Hello and welcome to another English listening story. Today's story is about a woman named Anna, a forgotten garden, and how something small can grow into something beautiful when you care for it with love. Let's begin. Anna was 29 years old. She lived in a small apartment on the edge of a busy city. Every morning, she took the subway to her job at a bookstore. It wasn't her dream job, but she liked being around books. Her life was quiet. She didn't have many friends in the city. She spent most of her time reading, drawing, and walking alone. Sometimes, she felt a little lost, like something was missing. She didn't know what it was. One Sunday morning, she decided to take a different route on her walk. She turned left instead of right, walked 3 blocks further than usual, and stopped in front of an old building. Behind the building, she noticed a gate. It was rusty, and behind it was a small hidden space, overgrown with weeds and full of trash. It was a garden. Or at least it used to be. Anna looked at it for a long time. Something about it made her heart feel warm. It looked forgotten, but not hopeless. She looked around. No one was there. The next day, she came back with gloves and a small trash bag. She didn't tell anyone. She just started cleaning. At first it was hard. The weeds were strong, and her hands got dirty. But she kept going. She pulled out plastic bottles, broken glass, old shoes, pieces of wood. Each day after work, she returned. She worked in silence, sometimes listening to music, sometimes just the wind. After a week, the space started to change. The weeds were gone. The ground looked soft. Birds came to sit on the fence. Anna brought seeds, tomatoes, sunflowers, carrots, and basil. She didn't know much about gardening, but she watched videos and read articles. She was learning. One afternoon, a little boy walked by and asked, "Is this your garden?" Anna smiled. "Not really. I'm just helping it live again." He nodded. "Can I help?" That was the beginning. The next day, the boy came back with his sister. Then another child came. Then a woman from the building next door. Then a man with a broken bicycle who offered to fix the garden fence. Soon, Anna wasn't alone. They brought tools, seeds, paint. One woman painted a colorful sign that said, **** the community garden. ***. They planted flowers. Made benches from wood pallets. Painted stones. One teenager created a birdhouse. Another made a small path with tiles from old buildings. Anna's heart felt full. One evening, an older man in a hat came and stood by the gate. "This garden used to be full of life," he said. "Back in the 70s. I played here as a boy." Anna listened. Why did it stop? People moved away. Time passed. It was forgotten. "Well," Anna said, "we're bringing it back." The man smiled. "You are." Over the next months, the garden grew. Green beans climbed the fence. Tomatoes turned red. Bees and butterflies danced over flowers. Every Saturday, neighbors came to help or just sit. Some brought tea, others music. Children laughed. The garden became a small world of peace inside the busy city. But then, one day, a letter arrived. It was from the city. It said, "This land is public property and is scheduled for development. The garden must be removed in 30 days. Anna sat on the bench and cried. She didn't know what to do. The garden was alive. It had become part of the neighborhood. She told the others. They were upset too. But no one gave up. They started a petition. They gathered signatures. They called the local newspaper. A journalist came and took photos. A teacher brought her students to learn about nature. Even a local TV crew came. They told the story of how one woman started cleaning, and how a forgotten space became a place of community. And slowly, people listened. 2 weeks before the removal date, the city sent another letter. It read, "Due to public interest and community involvement, the garden will not be removed. It will now be protected as a community space. The garden was saved. That Saturday, there was music. There was dancing. People brought food from different countries. A woman read poems. Children performed a short play about plants and teamwork. Anna stood in the center and looked around. This place, once full of trash and silence, was now full of life, color, and connection. And all it took was one small act of care. She didn't plan to change anything. She just cleaned a space because her heart told her to. And that was enough to start something bigger. So if you ever feel small, or like you can't make a difference, remember Anna's garden. Because growth begins with one step. Thank you for listening to this story. Maybe there's a garden in your life waiting to bloom, in the ground, or maybe in your heart. See you in the next story.